All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of the Many Last Words podcast. This is Wild Bill, and we have a treat for all the listeners. We have two episodes in this week. We had, obviously, the episode that came out yesterday with Kennedy Landry, the Texas Rangers beat writer. It was nice enough to come on and have a hour-long conversation about all things Texas Rangers, the LSU Tigers, and the World Series going on, the state of baseball in general. So, thanks again, Kennedy. I appreciate you hopping on and having a good conversation. And for today, we're back to the originally scheduled programming with Peyton. We have a review on the NFL Week 8. A lot of blowouts, so we kept it pretty brief. I don't think anybody's really surprised by the blowouts that happened, so we strictly talked the Bears, the Eagles, and the one single close game between the Jets and the Bengals. So that's coming up right here, right now. Thanks for tuning in. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with my good friend Peyton. We are doing a double episode this week. You thought we may have forgotten about our NFL review over Week 8. We have not. We're back. We're talking ball. We're talking the Birds and the Bears.
Oh yeah,
Everything
baby.
in between. Peyton, tell me about your week. How have you been?
Honestly, bro, not that great. I do have a friend visiting, which is awesome. But I wish I had a cooler story for this, but the Q-tips got me. I was the idiot why they have to make the warning label on the back. I have a ruptured eardrum.
Hmm.
Uh, Suffered it on like Wednesday or Thursday of last week, and it has been nothing but pain since. Like right now, even recording this, I can feel my ears just like ringing and throbbing. But hey, put my body on the line for you guys. All right, so go ahead and subscribe, like, and comment. Uh, I will do anything. I'll bleed for this podcast. So, uh, yeah, man, it sucks. Do not put Q-tips super far in your ear.
No.
I thought I didn't, but I must have just far enough to rupture my eardrum, and yeah, man, it hurts.
Have you ever done like the liquid that you pour into the side of like when you tilt your head to the side, pour it in, and then let it pour out to clean
Yeah,
your ears?
so I had a liquid, or I had last year before my brother's wedding, I had my first ear infection in my entire life because I had a water like ear cleaner, which
Hmm.
is kind of similar to that. You didn't have to do that, but you could just like spray into your ear, and I got my first ear infection from that, and so I stopped putting water in my ears after that and went back to Q-tips, and because first it was, hey, the water went so much better, Q-tips were so bad for you. I was like, Q-tips have never given me an ear infection, and then I got the ear infection with the water, and then now I'm damaging my eardrum with the Q-tips. It's like, what do I do? I want to be clean. I want to be smart.
You
Why is
got
this
you got you
happening
got
to
to be
me?
able to listen.
I got to be able to hear stuff, man.
Hmm.
I'm already blind, so I feel like Helen Keller right now. Shout out R.I.P. at Helen Keller.
R.I.P. Damn,
All
dude,
right.
that's tough. I'm sorry. Hope you recover soon. I'm sure you'll make a full comeback.
Appreciate you. These ears are made for listening, man. I have like I can't game because it's so loud
Mm.
on your ears, so it's like I've been missing a lot, doing a lot of things that I love to do, listening to music. Like I've had to listen on such a lower volume because it's so much. It's like we went to a bar last night, and I could like feel like it hurt because they had like music playing over, and it just like hurt. That wasn't even a bar. That was like a girly kind of restaurant, and they just had like music going. And, like it's
Mm.
a pop. Like they always have like pop ups for like Halloween and Christmas stuff like that. And yeah, man, it was just hurting my ears. Had to leave there.
Damn, Chapel Roan's really drilling it into you, huh?
Yeah. And it sucks because like so I didn't know this could happen. So I ruptured my right eardrum,
Mm.
and it's moved. If you have an ear infection, sometimes it can move from one ear to the other
I did
through
not know
like
that.
this tube in your ears and your throat. So it did that. And so now my left ear is starting to hurt. That happened about yesterday. Started hurting. And my right one doesn't hurt as much anymore. The one that I actually had the rupture on. So yeah, man, I'm going through it. It's all right though. We got the glory. We got a Eagles dub this week. Can't
That's
complain
right.
too much. Yes, sir.
Well, I
And we
appreciate.
got hey, and the Bears. I think they showed a few things. I have probably a little bit more positive feelings than you do about it, but go ahead.
I've had some
How
time.
was how was your weekend?
It was pretty good. I actually spent the weekend out in Illinois. I flew back home for a family wedding. One of my aunt Rosie got married to my uncle Oscar. They've been together for a long time. They just had never gotten around to tying the knot.
Mhm.
But I was there present. It was a small ceremony. My mom had a camera. She asked me to take pictures. So I'll get those and post them on at Wild Bill Photos. Anybody
Oh, yeah.
needs any pictures, any sort of event, I'm there for you. Hit me up. That was a good time and got to just be at home. Drove around. I like giving my mom a break with driving, so I'll get behind the wheel because my sister doesn't help and my mom does a lot of the driving. So it's cool to be back home where they know how to drive. Um, I flew into Midway also, which is always an adventure getting there from all the way in Aurora. Obviously, O'Hare's a lot closer, but sometimes when it's cheaper, I don't really care where I fly into.
Facts.
Um, the one thing I want to get your opinion on this, are you an aisle seat or a window seat guy on flights?
I am an aisle. I like to be in control of my destiny. If I need to go to the bathroom, I get up. If I you also feel when the cart woman or man, a woman or a lady comes by,
Hmm.
because you're kind of like right there. Well, I'm a 6 foot guy, so like I can feel when people are walking next to me,
Hmm.
and they I like usually I'll fall asleep like right as I get on the plane, and then I'll wake up when the snacks and the treats are coming around. So it's nice to have the aisle. I used to be as a kid a window guy.
Hmm.
Um, love seeing the sights and the views, but um, the way that the treats that some people like to take before they get on flights that make them feel on top of the moon.
Hmm.
Uh, sometimes being on the window side can freak you out a little bit, and so
I
I don't
see.
need to be doing that. Yeah.
No, no, no.
What are you?
Yeah, I'm an aisle seat, but I'm also, I realize as I'm saying this, I'm trying to bake my cake and have it. I hate it when the people on the window like shut the window immediately.
I like that. No, I want them to
You?
shut it. Yeah, I
Oh,
hate when they keep it open. Why are we on a 5 a.m. flight and the sun is starting to peak out in the summertime and everyone has their windows closed besides you next to me? Now my eyes are getting burned because you don't want to close this. And you know what? In the comments, you let us know. Are Wild Bill and I wrong for being aisle guys, or should we be window guys? If you're the crazy person that likes the middle,
yeah,
you're a
that's a
weirdo.
little weird.
You're a weirdo.
I like being in the middle seat in the car, not in an airplane. But I do think this is our first ever in the history of many last words. Point of contention between us, dude, because I need that window open. I need to be able to see.
What?
Dude, I have to see. I get so much anxiety feeling like I'm in a box.
That makes sense. And a tube hurtling through the sky.
Dude, especially when there's some pretty gnarly turbulence, like when we're
Yeah,
flying over like Nevada. If we're going down, I want to know.
I don't want to see it.
You don't want to see it?
So do you look at when you get shots? Do you look at
No.
them put the needle in?
No, I actually don't like seeing it go in. Once it's in, I don't mind like looking at it if they're like drawing blood, but I don't like seeing myself get stabbed.
So then why would you want to see yourself go down on a plane?
I just want to see something that's not like a room, like an enclosed room,
Why
like
don't you
the
look
health
in?
class in our high school. Like, I don't want
Yeah.
that to be the last thing that goes on. I
Well,
at least want to see
why don't you look into Fran's eyes and tell her that you love her one last time and then accept your impending doom?
because she wasn't with me.
Is it
This
acceptable to kiss a random stranger, guy or girl, if you're going down? Is that cheating?
maybe
Are,
I
are,
don't
are
know.
we a relationship podcast now?
I feel like this is a trap question. I'll say, for the record, no.
It's not cheating?
Or excuse me, yes, it is cheating. It's not
Okay.
acceptable.
Okay.
For the record, let the record show. I
Wild
will
Bill
not
did say
kiss
it.
anyone that is not Francesca Giraldo.
I like her last name. She sounds like an Italian mob boss.
That's right.
That's the first time ever hearing it.
Hearing it out loud,
Yeah.
Francesca and Naya, because that will happen at some point in the near future. Stay tuned. Hmm. Sounds a little more Hispanic. I don't mind it. That makes sense.
What ethnicity is she?
Fran's dad is Guatemalan,
Okay,
and her mom is of Mexican descent. Her and her family have been uh, in the United States for a few generations. So,
nice.
yeah,
Yeah, ICE, if you're listening to this, fuck you. We don't like you, and stop terrorizing our cities.
correct. We do not like you. You are not allowed to use our restrooms.
Hell yeah. Have you
Piss in each
denied
other's
anyone?
mouths. I've not. No, they ICE actually got close to Century City like towards the beginning of everything happening, and I haven't really seen them since. People were
Yeah,
asking me that a lot when I was in Chicago, like, "Oh, is ICE doing a lot in LA?" Hell no. It's
they know
all
what's going
blown
on,
out of
man.
They just want to
Yeah,
make California look bad.
absolutely.
But you can't make a beach and a palm tree look bad. Not
You
when you're
cannot.
here.
Nah. Man, yeah. All right, that's enough of our government talk for the pod.
That's
Uh,
right.
um, everything is better on Central Time. I'm happy that you have that note there.
That's right. I forgot about saying that. Yeah, dude. 7 o'clock is a great time to have the Sunday night game on. I went over to
Yeah.
our mutual friend Carrie's house, hung out with her, and
Ooh,
got to watch
nice.
that game. About right around the end of it, I left, and I was like, "Oh, it's perfect time to go to sleep
Hmm.
as soon as I get home."
It's like your body's ready to go sleep. Your Arcadian rhythm is calling. It's beacon calling, and I think watching a Sunday night game at 5 p.m. is madness. Like you guys are just getting off work and the game's
Yep.
coming on. That's wild. Well, 9 to 5ers are just getting off work. Um,
Yeah, but like big primetime games that happen on the East Coast, it's like
mhm.
tough. Like the World Series, the fact that it's the stadium here in LA is actually filled up at 5 p.m. just goes to show how much people actually love the Dodgers in the city. Because like any other thing, like there's gonna be people straggling in, and they
Mhm.
still do. But yeah, 5 o'clock is tough. And I also like having time in the morning to like go out and get breakfast, which is what we did before going home and watching the Bears game, which I have thoughts about.
Go
Any
ahead, brother.
any final thoughts, or are we getting into?
No, go ahead and dive in, man.
All right, so before the season, did I think we were going to beat the Ravens? Tough chance. Did I think it was going to be Lamar Jackson? Absolutely.
Yeah.
We went up against, to his credit, former Pro Bowler Tyler Huntley, Tyler Snoop Huntley, and he picked apart that defense. That defense was honestly, we got to give them credit. They held us into a lot of games the past 4 games.
Yeah.
A lot of takeaways. I believe it was at the end of it, 15 takeaways in the last 4 games.
Mhm.
And that's great, not sustainable. And we saw the effects of that in this game. The Ravens were able to drive down the field on several occasions and capitalize on, some zone defenses that weren't able to do what they needed to do. There wasn't enough pressures. There was maybe one sack by Montez Sweat, but once they were able to figure out, where the offensive line protection needs to slide to, who's where the likely rush is going to come, Tyler Huntley was able to get the ball out, get his playmakers out in space. Derrick Henry was gashing us whenever he needed to. Honestly, I felt like the defense kind of held him in check, but they did enough and were able to capitalize on yet another not good interception by Caleb Williams. I literally copy and pasted exactly what I said about his interception from last week to this one. I'll read
Mhm.
it word for word. Not a great
Mhm.
interception by Caleb. You can't stare at a receiver in fucking high school, let alone the NFL, so that's disappointing. Did it again to Roma Dunze. And again, we're talking about the non-linear progression of a quarterback from however many like seasons, week over week, whatever you want to say. Seeing the same mistake 2 weeks in a row is, I don't want to say like a red flag. We got to get it together. We got to see some progression and not have that happen 3 weeks in a row at this point. I
Mhm.
don't subscribe to the thought of a lot of people saying that Ben Johnson doesn't trust Caleb Williams. I think that's a lot of holdover effect from Justin Fields, which there's another connection with Justin Fields that I'll touch on a little later on. I do think Caleb Williams is doing some good things. I think he was making slightly better reads. Some of his accuracy issues, I think, is him just wanting to let it rip a little too often.
Yeah.
Some throws that don't need to be, holding the circle button all the way down the entire way, for lack of a better way of saying it, just zipping it in like he's Brett Favre. Love to see it. I love that he's able to do it. I don't think that
Mhm.
needs to happen. And I also want to call on our fellow first rounder from last season, Roma Dunze. This man is very talented, great route runner, makes great separation, awesome dude, great human being. Love seeing him on the socials. There's certain catches that go on through every game where you love to see a first round wide receiver make those catches. Coming back to the ball, having strong hands, hanging on to it while getting hit, making the diving sideline catches, which is, I understand, a big ask. If you asked me to do it, I wouldn't be able to do it. But the Larry Fitzgeralds, the Randy Mosses of the world, they make those catches and they're game changers for doing it. I think if you were to ask Rome, he'd be one to say, "Yeah, I got to make those catches," and I'd love to see him deliver on that. There was a catch that could have been made that I think would have changed the game on the sideline. Love to have that one back. Um, and that's what I will say on that. I'm sure he will be working very hard. I trust him still. I still trust that team to make some adjustments. I trust Ben Johnson, which I would not have said in my instant reaction after the game. I think you saw on Twitter at WildBill11. Um, I was saying it was over. I even said it in the notes when I started making it. It's over. It's not over yet. We're still 4-1 in the last 5 games, and
See?
you could look and see the teams that we beat during that time. It's a lot of young coaching staffs that haven't gotten their footing in the league. You know, the Cowboys, Kellen Moore with the Saints,
Hmm.
teams that just aren't as well put together like the Raiders. Still, we're winning those games. We maybe underestimated Tyler Huntley, like I said, and John Harbaugh is, an amazing coach that's been in the league for a long time for good reason. And let's also not forget the Ravens defense has been hurt a lot this season, and they finally got Roquan Smith back. So we also need to take that into account when saying like, that we weren't able to capitalize on their defense that has been giving up all these points in the past few games. Roquan Smith is a game changer.
Hmm.
That man was an eighth overall pick by the Bears in 2018, and it hurts to see that guy playing for another team.
I don't know why they let him go.
Money for some reason. But would have been nice to see some of that money go to a good defense. Um, I had one other point about that.
But then you ended up paying the Eagles linebacker,
PJ.
TJ Edwards, money anyway.
Yep.
Not to say TJ Edwards isn't good. He's a decent starting linebacker, and he actually has made a name for himself in Chicago. But he's not Roquan Smith.
He's not. No. No, it really hurts.
From a leadership perspective, from an on-field perspective as well, like he's just not. And so, yeah, man, you need pillar guys. And speaking of pillar guys, CJ GJ being added to the Bears gives you some leadership on that team, man. A Super Bowl pedigree,
Hmm.
multiple Super Bowl appearances out of CJ GJ. I have nothing but good things to say about him as an Eagles fan. As a real Eagles fan,
Hmm.
he brought swagger and a never back down attitude to our defense that we lost when he went to Detroit and gained back when he came back with us last year. So I'm excited for you guys. It'll probably take him a few weeks to get up to speed,
Yeah.
but he's a hitter. He's a thumper. Plays with emotion on his sleeve, and he's gonna give you all he has.
Yeah, I'm excited to see that. And we have a few games coming up. We have the Bengals, who will be coming off a loss that I'm a little afraid of them.
Hmm.
I'm sure they'll bounce back coming hungry for another win. We have the Bengals and the Giants, so giving him those weeks to get acclimated to the team, getting used to Dennis Allen's system, which did he play with the Saints with
He
Dennis
did.
Allen?
He
Okay.
did. Yep.
So there's some familiarity there.
He played a lot more nickel at that time in his career too, not safety. So it'll be interesting to see. And you guys have Byard too, right? Kevin Byard,
Yes, Kevin Byard.
safety. So that's your guys. I know they don't really do this as much anymore, but Kevin Byard's more of a. In Tennessee, he played more of a free safety, but for the Eagles, for whatever reason, we had him in the box playing a strong safety position. So it'll be interesting to see because Kevin Byard was with us in 23 as well. We signed him late in the season, but so it'll be interesting to see um, where they put CJ. Do you put him in the slot like he did in DA's defense on New Orleans, or are you going to put him on the back end where he's made a name for himself at free safety, like for the Eagles and the Lions?
Yeah, what I really think is going to happen is they put him back in the free safety position and have not Kyler Gordon, because Kyler Gordon just got put back on the IR, which is super
Mm,
disappointing after coming back for only 2 games and them being hurt again.
hmm
Jaquan Brisker has been a lot more physical, and I see him coming down in that nickel, being strong in the box and putting pressure on the quarterback, covering whoever needs to be covered down low, and letting the 2 older guys take the center field positions back in the back end of the defense. That's what I think is going to happen,
hmm
and I like that. I like.
Yeah, I
I,
don't hate that.
I feel like it gives a lot more flexibility for Dennis Allen's defense, and I mean something's got to happen with the pass rush. It's not great. I love Andrew Billings, number big 97 in the middle. Great run stopper. I don't think he's physical enough to get after a mobile quarterback, which sucks.
Yeah. I think you guys have very winnable games, like you mentioned, coming up. I think that you guys' defense will bounce back and will be able to apply enough pressure to that Bengals offensive line. They're not good. Joe
Mhm.
Flacco can rip it still. So I'm a little bit nervous about that, especially with the receivers and the threats that they have on that offense. But your guys' defensive line, linebackers have to get home. We have to see probably a multi-sack game out of those guys up front, the front eight, to really make Joe uncomfortable. Because right now he has been able to just play free. Like that game that he won on, was it a Thursday night game? Um,
Mhm.
2 weeks ago, he
2 weeks
was
ago.
just sitting back there just getting sling it and no pressure was on him. Can't let that man is too smart. He's had too many years in the league for that to happen, man.
Yeah,
So yeah, but I see you guys can come out of this stretch in November, um, victorious, man. I really do, and that's it's not often I'm saying that about the Bears.
it's true.
So
I like hearing that. I appreciate it. So
1-0 each week, 4-0 in the month. I mean that's what you're always striving for.
that's right. It's been like a month and a half since they've lost.
Yeah, man,
He had four weeks and then the bye. So
it's weird, right?
I'm not mad about it. I was maybe upset about it when it was going on, but
Yeah, just don't look at Bill's tweets during the game.
no, no.
After the game, comedy, great tweets, great content.
Yeah,
During the game, it's rough.
yeah. That's why Fran's dad wants to watch a Bears game with me, and I'm like, I don't know, Frank. I don't know if you want to see me like that.
Wait, Fran's dad's name is Frank?
Correct.
That man, does he have any sons or no? Sounds like probably
He's got
not.
2 sons.
He still named his daughter Fran.
Yeah,
Frank Fran.
that's right. The
he's
youngest.
he's not slick. Shout out to Frank. um, that's awesome.
It is.
Um, any other last comments about the Bears vs Ravens or anything Bear comment related?
Uh, the Bears. All I
Oh
got.
yeah, oh yeah.
Um, a little bit lighter note. Let's go to the Birds. Unless you had something final to say.
No, I
All right.
think you guys are good.
All right.
I think you guys are gonna be able to turn around.
Thank you for
Um,
helping talk me off the ledge.
yeah, man. I mean, think about it. Everything that you wanted to happen after the bye, those like immediate weeks that we talked about, it happened.
You're right.
So, like, that's all you could ask for. It sucks that you gave away a gimme game against the Ravens,
Yeah.
Tyler Huntley, but it's all right. It's any given Sunday. Things
Pro
can happen.
Bowler.
Yeah, exactly. Hey,
Let's
he's
not
a Pro
forget.
Bowler. Yeah, let's not forget. Mac Jones was a Pro Bowler at one point.
So was Mr. Trubisky.
Yeah. All right, I'm moving on. Moving on.
The Birds and the Giants.
Lost Birds versus El Gigantes. How do you say that? Gigantes.
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 That's right.
It's a H. Gigantes.
Gigantes.
Wait, you say it.
Gigantes.
Yeah, you say it way sexier than I do.
Thank you.
I'm from Guadalajara.
Juarez. How do you like that one?
I hate it. um, yeah, man, we did what we are always and should always be doing to the Giants. I tweeted about it. I was like, there's not much to say because this is exactly who we are, who we should be. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you. Cam Scat, Mr. Scat himself, was looking pretty good before he got injured in that first quarter. He was ripping a few off on us. He was running mean as he always does. Um, Not good to see him go down like that. I don't like seeing anyone get injured like that. Apparently, neither do any of the other Eagles fans that were in attendance at that game. Uh, and shout out to those Eagles fans, man. Shout out to our fan base. And I don't applaud a fish for swimming because that's who we are as Eagles fans. But for whatever weird reason, the media loves making it seem like we're just like these evil people. There's been a lot of videos last couple of years online emerging from like Niners fans, Raiders fans beating the shit out of each other or beating the shit out of other people at the stadiums. I haven't seen one video of that being Eagles fans. Not once. We get all these like threats as if we're like some killers and we want to hurt people. And yeah, you're going to hear us. We might curse out your mother, your grandmother,
Yeah.
your auntie, your
Right.
little sister. We might do that.
Go ahead with my little
But
sister.
but never would we lay hands on you. We're not those kind of fans, man.
No. Sticks and stones.
Sticks and stones, man, right? Brown bones. But what?
Words aren't real.
There you go.
You got a pocket full of words? No.
So yeah, man. It was class act by Big Dom visiting baby Scat in the hospital room after his surgery. His shit was fucking east and west, dog. His foot was looking crazy. And the fact that like your adrenaline gets so high, like he was trying to stand and his teammates were like, no, you're gonna sit right there. His shit was looking this way.
Hmm.
And you hate to see that.
It sucks. Yeah.
That was up there with I was talking to Kennedy about it, which can't wait for that pod to come out.
That's right.
As we're recording this pod right now, it's Tuesday morning. The Kennedy episode going over Kennedy Landry, a friend of the show. Um, she hopped on with Wild Bill and did a World Series review. So please go check that out if
Mhm.
you're seeing the football version of this pod before watching the World Series. Please go back and watch the World Series pod. I'm sure it was a good one, and I'm excited to watch it.
That's right.
So yeah,
Talked a
man.
lot of Texas Rangers also. So any people in the Dallas area that are close to both Peyton and Kennedy, we got a
Mhm.
lot of goodies for you. Got a
Hell
lot
yeah,
of good bits.
hell yeah. And as well as always, we will have highlights of that pod on all social media platforms
That's right.
for your consumption. Um, yeah, man. Back to that Eagles Giants game. Um, I was really impressed with the timing of the offense, being under center 3 weeks in a row now. Jalen being able to work from under center, and it gives our offensive line an attack point that is different than when you're in shotgun running the ball. And that is who we are. That's how we built our team is the trenches and being able to get back to the trenches. Um, it makes us so much more explosive in the pass game. Uh, we were trying to pass to set up the run at the beginning of the season, and that's just not what football is, man. Football is all about the trenches. Football is about running the damn ball into someone's face, right?
Mhm.
Hitting a MFer right where they don't want to get hit, right up underneath the chin. And that's what we were doing. Saquon ripping off 150 yards plus before getting pulled early because maybe tweaked a little bit of his hip.
Mhm.
Um, Still pulled off a 150 yard game. Tank Bixby, man, gave up, as you mentioned earlier, sticks and stones to get this guy out of I think Jacksonville. Dude is running like Lightning McQueen on the field, man.
Mhm.
He's just tearing folks apart, and he's not big either. He's a little guy, but he's mighty. He's not as small as Darren Sproles, but he reminds me of little Darren. Um, and I love that. I love his game. I love his energy. I love the passion he brings, being able to get an opportunity with this Eagles offense. It's not to say that I don't want to see more of Will Shipley. Shout out to the White Giant. I think he's great out of he went to Clemson. Uh, and this is his second year. Got a Super Bowl ring in his rookie year. Love to see that
Nice.
for him. Yeah. But he's gotten a few touches here and there as well. He's electric. Will Shipley's electric on kick return. I mean, so excited to see more from him. But what I really want to touch on, I love the comment that you made on this one. Man, let me stand up for this. That boy Jalen, he got some of these. He got some of these. He got some of these deep balls, baby.
I like
That's what
that.
he got. That's what he got. He is electric from throwing that ball deep, man.
Hmm.
He just lets it rip. Devontae Smith is always coming down with it. Hey, Jahan Dotson
What a catch.
fleeced fleeced him out of the Commanders. D- Division rival. You're not our rival. You're not on our level. Hello,
No.
bro. Uh, fleeced him out of the Commanders last year, right before the season started, and he has done nothing but come up big for us when we need him. Um, Inevitably, at some point in the season, your team is going to have people go down, and who steps in matters, man. Your backups and having a full, complete roster. Shout out Howie Roseman, as I feel like every podcast I'm shouting that man out. Why? Because he's the best damn GM in sports, not football, sports. Just building this team
Hmm.
brick by brick, man. I'm talking the heaviest about two guys that were drafted by other teams, man. Tank Bigsby and Jahan Dotson. Elite talent and getting opportunities because Jalen's trusting his other teammates and other guys, letting it rip
Hmm. Bang.
every time, man. Shout to Jalen. Shout one, man. I think he went another game. And let me look up the stat line. Uh,
It sounded like 80 yards, six
Dude,
catches, something like that.
no, I'm talking about Jalen. 15 to 20,
Oh,
75% passing, 179 yards, 4 touchdowns, 22 yards rushing. What do we? What? Oh yeah. Guess what? People are now saying, should we add Jalen to the MVP talks? No, 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 no. Insert the Jordan meme. No, 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 no. Don't. We like when you don't believe in us.
hmm.
We relish in that moment. Uh, Jalen's elite, man. We've been telling y'all that, and y'all just don't. Every week to week, y'all don't listen. And the fact that all this hype goes to Josh Allen, the reigning MVP that should have lost to Lamar last year. Lamar should have gotten a third MVP,
Hmm.
whatever. Uh, Jalen's stats are way better, more consistent, less turnovers, more yards than Josh. And still Josh is getting touted and has a higher ranking on like the sport betting apps and shit that he would win the MVP over Jalen. What are we talking about? What are we talking about, man?
Crazy. It's madness.
It's all right. I like winning games. I like getting some of these, man. I like getting these. As long
That's
as my
right.
quarterback keeps getting Super Bowl MVPs, I don't care. I don't care about none of that.
You can have that, is what you're saying.
Yeah, you can always. Don't bother
Take it.
me.
In
Don't
fact,
bother
I
me
don't
now.
want it.
Yeah, I don't want it. I don't even want it. But now I will say, as a Jalen Hurts number 2 white jersey owner, and if you know, you know,
Hmm.
if he does win an MVP, or when he does, because I like speaking things into existence.
Hmm.
Yeah, y'all won't ever hear the end of me. I probably won't even call him Jalen anymore. He's just gonna be MVP. I mean, I already call him Super Bowl MVP when I refer to him, but when he wins that MVP, hey, he's gonna be snatching it out of the hands of these grimy folks that always get all the media. Hey, he's gonna be snatching it out of their hands, and when it happens, y'all won't hear the end of me.
No,
Nope,
I don't think we ever will.
nope. I got a lot of last words, man.
Many, 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 many,
Many men, many,
many,
many
many,
men.
many, many, many.
um, that say anything positive towards the Giants. Yeah, man, it's kind of spooky in the NFC East now.
A little bit.
We got four quarterbacks that can play. The Giants were a guaranteed 2 wins to start every season. Jackson Dart's looking good, and I think when he gets Cam back next year, he gets Malik Neighbors back next year. They're definitely going to make some splash signings because they're going to be having a quarterback on a rookie deal for the next 4 years,
Mhm.
and one that they believe in. They're going to start signing some folks. So next year, this offseason, be sure to see the Giants making a lot of changes on their roster, bringing in a lot of talent to surround um, Jackson with. So they're going to be a foe for years to come, man. With that boy Dart back there slinging it,
That's right.
he's good, man.
That's right. Only other thing I'll add about the Birds, to your credit, Jalen Carter came back in, made a huge
Yep,
impact. Got after the quarterback, made Jackson Dart uncomfortable. And that's what you get. That's the result that you get.
yep. Jalen
Offense
Carter,
took
man.
care of business.
Yep,
Defense held them in check.
appreciate that.
What else is there to do for a football team?
That was the first blowout win of the season for the Eagles, and it just you could feel it, man. It just felt good. Like we
Mhm.
needed that. Why it took that long for us to get one of those, I don't know, but hopefully we can build on that the rest of the season. We're going to the bye this week, so no stress for me this weekend. Um,
Nice.
Sixers are on, which is nice. They're 4-0 to start the season. One of the less unbeaten teams.
I believe
And
it
so
was
yeah,
both the
man.
Sixers and the Bulls.
Ooh, I know. I didn't know the Bulls were also undefeated. I remember they were 3-0. I didn't know if they won. Did they play last night and they won?
The Bulls have moved to 4-0. That is
Hell
right.
yeah. Hell yeah.
I don't know how
Shout
long
out
that's going to last, but I'm enjoying the ride.
to as we should. As we should.
That's
Because I mean
right.
it's rare that both of our teams and then different franchises in the same city are doing real well. And it's a weird feeling to be in right now.
That's
But I
right.
love
In
it.
the NBA, both of our NFL teams have a winning record. Both of our baseball teams made it to the same place in the postseason.
Yeah. Feels good.
Wow, what a great start to this podcast.
Who would have thunk it?
Maybe this is the beginning of a new era.
Are we gonna be the first on the wave for? And then all of a sudden, hey, if you start seeing all these other podcasts popping up to want to talk about the Eagles and the Bull or Eagles and the Bears or just Chicago and Philly sports, don't listen, don't watch them.
We're the first.
Well, yeah, we've been holding it down, all right, for y'all, providing content.
That's right. We got to monopolize. Wait, we got to put in a copyright.
There it is. TM trademark.
All right, I'll get on it. All right. So, dude, honestly, a lot of these other games were blowouts.
Yeah,
I know
this week.
I know we're running out of time. I know you got some things to take care of. One only close game,
Mhm.
the 1 point game between the Bengals and the Jets. Jets.
Yeah. You
First,
did mention earlier you were going to say something about Justin Fields. Or
that's right.
go ahead.
So, first of all, let's give a round of applause to Aaron Glenn, first NFL head coach, coaching win.
Shout out AG.
Shout out AG. Let's continue a round of applause for Justin Fields getting that big weight off his chest. First win of the
Man,
season.
man said he was in his closet praying to God.
It's sad, and that's my guy. Saw him drafted to the Bears, saw him go through the ringer on the Chicago Bears through that season of, Matt Nagy getting fired, all the weird shit that was going on, basically.
Mhm.
Them sending him off to draft Caleb Williams, getting pushed between the Steelers and the Jets. So he's a guy that I'm rooting for. He's a guy that I want to see succeed.
Absolutely.
So to see him come out with this win, awesome. What's gonna suck is that he had this big game against the Bengals, and next week the Bears play against the Bengals. So there's gonna be that direct comparison 1-to-1.
Hmm.
If Caleb doesn't have a better game than Justin Fields, there's still a lot of people in the Bears community that believe we should have traded back, taken the haul.
Mm.
And I don't appreciate those people.
Out of Caleb this draft 2 years ago.
Yes.
Oh.
So they have a lot of people saying we should have not drafted Caleb Williams and traded back for the haul to get Marvin Harrison Jr. or whatever.
Hmm.
I don't agree with that. I don't appreciate that there's still a portion of the fan base that wants to fight for that talking point. It's not a good talking point
Mm.
from, the team standpoint, from the contract standpoint. I love Justin Fields, but I think it was the right move. And I don't think this comparison should be made. But we don't live in a rational society.
No, we do not.
We do not. There's a lot of talking heads on X.com.
Mm.
They don't put their face on their takes. We do.
We do.
We do.
You can clip us.
Find us at PMitch34, at WildBill11. What's our profile pictures? Is it anything but us?
Nope, it's us.
It's us.
We're real ones.
We're the real ones. And we'll stand by our takes.
Mm-hmm.
Caleb Williams is the right guy to get. I don't want to hear that. Anyways, going back to the game. I can't believe the Bengals lost that.
They, again, just choked up a win that should have been a gimme. And you're trying to position yourself. Like they would have been back at 500. Try to position yourself to be able to go on a run to get Joe Burrow back in December.
Mm-hmm.
This ain't the way. This ain't the way. Can't lose to the they were 0-6 at the time, 0-7 Jets.
I believe 0-7. They have not had their bye. 1-7 now.
Yeah, 1-7 now, man. Shout out AG. You got that first dub as a coach probably feels like the hardest to get, and it would have been loud for him if it got to 0-10.
Yep.
So that's a what if world. Glad we don't live in that what if world.
We'll
I also am a Justin Fields supporter. I'm a black QB supporter. And I hate when they start calling him a running back and all this stuff. No, Justin Fields can sling it. And you need creativity. He has a tool set, but he needs creativity. He needs good coaching staff around him to be able to make those opportunities happen. So we'll see what the rest of this year looks like for him. I know they were trying to bench him. The owner was talking mess about him. Still went out there and found a way to get it done for that Jets team, that Jets organization.
That's right. I'm happy about that.
Yeah.
But again, I'm a little frightened by the thought of a hungry team coming off a disappointing loss.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens with the game.
What time do you guys play at?
I believe we play at noon in Cincinnati.
Ooh, on the road?
On the road in Cincinnati. 1 o'clock local time, Cincinnati. The San Diego of the Midwest.
Is it?
I saw something on Twitter.
Someone said that?
I don't know what the parallels or comparison are.
There's no beach. There's no palm trees.
But I want to believe it.
There's no beaches. There's no palm trees.
No beaches. Just I guess it's like the only thing dividing that in the south is the river.
I've never heard that before. That's crazy.
I'll send you the picture. Maybe I'll post it on the YouTube also.
Please. That's a great. Yeah, that might be this YouTube's picture. this video's picture.
I'll add it for sure. So yeah, man. Eagles got the bye. Bears got the Bengals. We'll touch back up on that next week. Again, a lot of blowouts. Not really much to say.
Yep.
The Falcons aren't as good as we think they are, or at least
I agree with that. I don't think the Colts are as good as people think they are.
Oh, that's a hot take.
It is a hot take. We can get more into that next week, but I don't think they're that good.
Okay. Sounds good. I'll note that for the next one.
Hell yeah.
I'd love to talk about it.
I love you, Will.
Love you too. Shout out Carly Yersay. Thank you for listening, everyone. Appreciate you guys joining us every single week.
Love it.
And we'll pump out some more content for your ingestion. Is that what you said? Consumption.
Ingestion's kind of crazy. They're eating us. I do like a good eater.
I like that.
All
right. Peyton, I love you. We'll talk to you.
Love you too.
All right. Another wonderful time with my old friend, my good friend, Peyton. Thanks for coming on again, my guy. And we have gone through 4 games of the World Series thus far. And we have decided absolutely nothing. It is tied up 2-2. Going into a crucial Game 5 later today. By the time you're listening to this, we'll know who won Game 5 before heading back over to Toronto for the remaining games. I don't really know what to make of any of this. I mean, except for Game 3, that was an 18... I think it was Game 4. What was it? It was Game 3 that went 18 innings? Whatever. The 18-inning game. The one where they played 2 full games in one. besides that, every game has more or less been a blowout. So we don't really know what's going to happen going into this. I did originally say it was going to be Dodgers in 6. I feel pretty confident in that. I think the Dodgers have a pretty good advantage going into this game tonight, Game 5 in LA. Blake Snell was a dog. He's been a dog all postseason. I know he didn't have the best start in Game 1. I think he'll bounce back pretty well in front of the home crowd here in LA. This is the last game in the United States for the season, so I'm sad to see it go. It was a quick season, long season, but quick season. You always wish that it would go on forever, but I think we'll see a good conclusion to it. This has been a great series so far. Outside of the final scores, obviously me talking about how that's more or less always a blowout, it's been exciting for both sides. We've seen, the unlikely emergence of Alejandro Kirk, Tijuana native, Mexican star. I'd love to see it as a Mexican guy. Let me shut this window real quick. Hopefully that doesn't ruin any listening experience for anyone. And you're not surprised to see what Shohei Ohtani does. I mean, Game 3, hitting 2 home runs, 2 doubles, 4 for 4, and then gets walked the next 5 plate appearances. When you're in the opposing dugout when that's going on, you really just don't want that to continue happening to your team. So I totally understand what John Schmidt was doing with that. John Schneider. And, ultimately it was Freddie Freeman hitting that walk-off home run. 2 years in a row he's had a walk-off home run in the first game in Dodger Stadium during the World Series. What a legend. I mean, that's going to be talked about forever. I mean, he's etched his name in baseball lore. Already a 2-time World Series winner. Potentially 3rd time pending these next few games. And it's up in the air. Like I've been saying over and over again over the last however many minutes we've been talking about the World Series, I don't know what's going to happen. Honestly, I'd be pretty happy with a Game 7 going on. And I don't think anybody's really going to disagree with that either. What an October. What a great sports equinox. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I should mention. What's the name of the... This is awful podcasting at the moment. Will Klein from the Dodgers. What a story that guy has. I mean, he got picked up during the season, got added to the World Series roster right before the series started, and went in and pitched 4 shutout innings to help close out the game eventually. Hats off to that guy, because I didn't want to see a starter come in like the 19th inning or whatever it would have been. He held it down. He held it down enough for the Dodgers bullpen to, not completely go all the way through and for the starters to go untouched. Yeah, man. A lot of baseball goodies, a lot of baseball good stuff happening, and I am thrilled to see it go down the way that it has. So that's all I really have for baseball. As far as anything Chicago Cubs related, I did notice that Kyle Tucker is no longer sporting the Chicago Cubs on his profile pictures. I think that's a pretty clear indication that we've seen the last of him in a Cubs uniform, and I am very okay with that. I think I've made that feeling very clear to the people listening. I just think that the resources that the Cubs have, or whatever it is they're willing to actually put out for free agents or, giving the players that are already on a roster money, I think those resources can be allocated in better places than Kyle Tucker, because we saw what happened in the postseason, and I don't think that narrative is going to change for the Cubs while he's on the Cubs. So I think he'll be better suited somewhere else, somewhere that is going to give him that kind of money that he's asking for. And it sucks because he played super well the first half of the season, and that same Kyle Tucker did not show back up after, the All-Star game, and the numbers show for it, or show that they reflect that. And sad to see. Kind of wish we would have gotten a little more juice for the squeeze when trading away Cam Smith, one of our bigger prospects. And, whatever. I don't think it's the worst trade the Cubs made. It's not Lou Brock. Excited to see what this pitching staff can do when fully healthy next season. which we always say, I want Justin Steele to remain healthy for an entire season again. I've been seeing the videos he's been posting on social media. He's looking pretty good, and I'm hoping that is the case this upcoming season. I wish the Cubs were still playing. But that's what baseball does. It breaks your heart, and I love it. So that's all I got for this week. Thanks for tuning in to 2 episodes this week. I don't know how often we'll really be doing that. I know I've got a guy that wants to come on and talk hockey for any fans that might be interested. The Blackhawks are exciting again. The Bulls are exciting again. Or at least they've been winning games. So that's a good thing to see. The Bears have a winning record. The Cubs made it to the postseason. Things are looking up for Chicago sports. And, who knows? Maybe the White Sox will take another step in the right direction next season. You never know. So if you guys want to hear about any specific teams that we haven't really touched on, go ahead and let us know in the comments. Subscribe to the YouTube, the Spotify. We're on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. We'll be posting reels on there from these episodes that we just posted. And yeah, I'd love to hear from you guys. So thanks again for tuning in. And until next time, it's over.